Hey everyone, I'm going to give you an overview of my character sheet effects display extension. And this is part of the enhanced character sheet bundle of extensions that I put out, and this is the fifth one in the series. So a lot of the things that you're going to see here on the character sheet are part of the prior extensions, but I'll point out specifically what elements are from this one. And this is really all about visual display and displaying effects in sort of a cool, fun way on the character sheet, and also a couple function features related to effects. So I'll start off by going to my Actions tab, and I'm going to go down and apply a couple effects here, like Barbarian Rage and Mobile Feet. And as I do, if you go back to the home or the main page, you'll notice that I get little indicators showing that my abilities are enhanced here. And so for the strength check, you'll see a green second dice, implying that I have advantage on strength checks, and same thing with the saves. And you'll notice my speed is increased, so I've got an indicator there, and the speed field automatically is added by 10 because mobile feet gives me 10 extra speed. And if I go to my effects, you can see this works for negatives too. So if I had a negative 10 strength, it would go down and I get a little red indicator. And I'll apply a couple more. Let's do about the giant strength, and let's see. Let's say pretend somebody had hexed me. I set that up to imply that there, and with disadvantage on dexterity checks. And let's say I cast Aid, where I increase my maximum HP. If I go back again, you can see here now the red dice for disadvantage on dexterity checks. My max HP is automatically increased, and I have a green field indicating that it went up. And again, if you want, instead, if you were like fighting undead, where your max HP is reduced, this now gives GMs a way to do that without having to worry about remembering what was my max HP before all this happened. It'll just automatically save that for you, and when that effect is gone, you go back to what your normal HP was. What else here? So let's go back. As I'm applying these effects, the other thing you might notice is that the effect button, in almost all cases, there are some exceptions to this, I'm still working out, but for almost all effects, when you apply them, the button turns into a remove effect button. So not only can you just easily remove it from the combat tracker by clicking on it, it also gives you a quick overview of what things you have applied without having to go back and parse all the effects that are on your sheet, especially if you're in like this mode where it's kind of a mess. So that gives you a quick indicator of what's on you. And also at the very top, you may have noticed I have a little effects area. So this way, if the combat tracker is closed and you're just curious what effects are on you, or you want like a sort of a visual reminder as you're going to make your attacks, oh, I'm prone or unconscious or whatever. That's a very common mistake. This gives you a reminder of that here. And if you don't want to see the stuff, you can easily just collapse it, and it's scrollable in there. So if you have a whole bunch of stuff, you can scroll and see it without taking too much space. And yeah, that's mostly everything in this extension. So yeah, lots of different visual indicators, especially for the main page. And if people like this sort of thing, I can go a little bit further with it probably. I could start adding the dice on the skill checks and things like that. Maybe add some color indicators for weapons and damage. We'll see if this is well received or not. But yeah, hopefully this adds a little bit of flavor and some visual appeal to your sheets, and adds some cool functionality, especially related to the max HP and the effect quick removal and stuff. So yeah, enjoy. Let me know if you have feedback or other thoughts, as always.